Hi everyone, welcome to All Light Food, and in this video we will talk about diabetes, the most common and ignored lifestyle disease. We love to eat rich and sweet food but are scared of getting a blood test in fear of high glucose level that can block our eating habits. But it is essential to understand that diabetes can be easily managed when diagnosed early. However, if left untreated, can cause many severe health conditions, including cardiovascular diseases, kidney problems, and many more. In this video, I will try my best to explain everything about diabetes in simple words so that you can add necessary steps to your lifestyle. So keep watching the video. Nowadays, one of the most common diseases is diabetes. Even though it affects all age group, but still middle-aged and older adults are at higher risk. Studies show that about 463 million of the world population have diabetes, according to WHO. A few countries with the highest number of people with diabetes are India, China, and the United States. Diabetes is also famous as the mother of all diseases and is one of the leading causes of heart disease, high blood pressure, nerve diseases, kidney problems, and other health conditions. Though it's not a curable disease, it can be treated and controlled forever. There are several reasons why we get diabetes. Even though the reason for type 1 diabetes is unknown, our busy life where we don't get time to take care of ourselves most of the time causes diabetes. So let's discuss what is diabetes, how does it affect our body, what are the complications, and most importantly, how we can treat diabetes. Diabetes is also known as diabetes mellitus, is a disease in which the body cannot produce a hormone called insulin. This results in abnormal metabolism of carbohydrates and elevated glucose levels in blood. First of all, let's know how things work inside our body. So when we eat food containing simple sugar, mainly the carbohydrate food, our body breaks down this food into glucose. So what does this glucose do? Glucose gives us energy, or in other words, glucose is the fuel of the cells in our body, and cells are the building blocks of the life. These cells need energy for our body to function. For example, walking, talking, thinking, writing, and everything we do in our day-to-day life is because our cells get the energy that comes from glucose. In short, what we eat gets break down into glucose and later becomes the food for the body cells. But glucose going into the body cell is not an easy job. Insulin plays a vital role, as our body needs insulin to get glucose into our cells and store it for later use. When we eat food rich in carbohydrates like rice, potatoes, bread, etc., the food travels down to our stomach. The digestive enzymes and acid break down the food into small pieces in the stomach and the glucose is released. The food then travels down into the intestine where the glucose is absorbed by the intestinal walls and passed into the bloodstream. Once the glucose is in the blood, the insulin helps it to get into the cells. When the glucose is in the bloodstream, it is known as blood glucose or the blood sugar. An increase in blood glucose signals the pancreas to produce insulin. Insulin tells the cells throughout our body to take glucose from the bloodstream. As the glucose moves into the cells, our blood glucose level goes down. Most of the cells in our body use glucose for energy. After our body has used the energy it needs, the extra glucose is stored as glycogen in the liver and the muscles. So how does the glycogen work? When we do not eat for several hours, our blood glucose level drops. The pancreas stops producing insulin. Alpha cells in the pancreas begin to build a different hormone called as GLUCAGON. This signals the liver to break down stored glycogen and turn it back into glucose. Again, this glucose travels to our bloodstream to replenish our supply till we eat again. And the cycle just goes on when we are hungry and we are eating food. when glucose is used as energy, the leftover glucose is changed as glycogen to get stored easily in our liver and muscle for later use. Glucagon is a hormone that works with other hormones to control the glucose levels in the blood. Drop in blood glucose levels can cause many complications. Thus, glucagon prevents blood glucose levels from dropping to a very low point. This happens when the blood glucose level is really low. The glucagon stimulates the stored glycogen in the liver to convert it into the glucose, and this glucose is then released into the bloodstream, and this process is known as glycogenolysis. Glucagon also stops the liver from consuming glucose so that more glucose can enter the bloodstream. In short, glucagon and insulin work together. Insulin prevents the glucose levels from increasing too high, while glucagon prevents glucose levels from dropping to very low. The pancreas is a gland located in our abdomen. It is a part of our digestive system and produces essential digestive enzymes and hormones that helps to break down the food. It also creates the hormone insulin, which regulates the glucose level in our body. The pancreas has three major cells: the alpha cells, which secretes the hormone glucagon, the beta cells, which produces the insulin, and a delta cell that secretes the hormone somatostatin. As I said earlier, alpha cells in the pancreas makes and release the hormone called glucagon. When our blood glucose level is very low, the alpha cells synthesize and produce the hormone glucagon to regulate the glucose level in our body. Whereas the beta cell is one of the vital cells of the pancreas, whose primary function is to produce, store, and release the hormone insulin. There are many major complications if you have a long-term diabetes, like neurological disorders, cardiovascular diseases, kidney diseases, blood vessel disorders, eye, foot, skin problems. So it is important to regulate the blood glucose level in the body. There are 4 types of diabetes known till now: the type 1 diabetes or the juvenile diabetes, type 2 diabetes, the adult diabetes, gestational diabetes, the pregnancy diabetes, and the pre-diabetes. If you want to know more about types of diabetes, please let me know in the comment section below, and I will try to make more videos on type 1, type 2 and gestational diabetes. But you can find all the details about these diabetes, the treatment and the causes and symptoms on my website at www.alllitefood.com. The link will be given in the description box. Treatment for different diabetes can be different. For type 1 diabetes, one may need lifelong treatment, whereas type 2 may need short-term medications and lifestyle changes. Overall, diabetes can be controlled by controlling blood glucose levels through oral medications, insulin, and most importantly, diet. Blood test, regular screening, and discussion about medicines and dietary management with your doctor must be done. In case of complications and acute health issues, contact your healthcare provider immediately. A few things that you can do at home to prevent and treat diabetes are eating a low-carb diet, having healthy carbohydrate substitute, reducing the amount of sugar intake, having a nutritious, balanced diet, adding disciplines to your eating habits, regular exercise, and meditation. So that's all for today's video. I'm sure it was a bit informative. If you have any questions, just let me know in the comment section below. For any other details about diabetes, you can look it at on my website at www.alllitefood. All the details are present there. And make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell icon for notifications. Comment and share the video with your loved ones. And I shall see you in one more video. Till then, goodbye, take care, and stay healthy. And you can also connect with me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.